And what?
And read in the book too. Therefore said he unto them, the harvest truly is great. And turn them from darkness to light.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
These curses going to be upon thy seed forever. That's how you're going to know exactly who the Most High is dealing with, according to the scriptures. So, in process and elimination, we're going to read some of these curses, brother, and we're going to see who does it fit today in this society. Because everybody on the earth, the Most High, every nationality in the Bible, they're still here on the earth.
That's right.
So, we got process and elimination. We're going to see who are the Most High chosen people. Let's go to verse 15.
Verse 15.
Of 16.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Who's cursed in the city, brother? Who's getting shot down by the police? Who's living in the ghettos, the slums, the projects, living in the most poverty cities? Who's that? So-called black people, right? And so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American, right? And who also was cursed in the field? Whose history is known for being in the field? Slave field, right? So we got the picking cotton, picking the fruits, the sugar, all that type of thing. Even nowadays, even last hired, first fired in the work field. So everything all correlates of why the Most High put them curses on us. You get what I'm saying, brother? Let's go to verse 56.
Verse 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her feet upon the ground. 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother.
So now, once we was a brotherly love, like Philadelphia slogan, a brotherly love city. Now we used to be tenderhearted one to another. I'll do the last shirt on my back. We in the hood in our communities, we never used to lock our doors, but now we gotta lock our doors. We gotta make sure we got super alarms for our homes, for our cars, just so our brothers won't steal it. And it's mostly our people that's gonna be trying to take our stuff. So he said, the brother that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother. Now, black on black crime, black on Hispanic crime, Hispanic on Hispanic crime. That's known. We got the Bloods and the Crips. You got all these different gangs now, and it's all set up to what? Go against each other. It's not going against the real enemy. It's so-called white people. They're the damn devil. That's what we should be fighting against, but be fighting against amongst each other. Continue on.
And
it's like, did you grow up with your father? You know your father?
And toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
Who leads a single parent households? So-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native American. Our people is known for not having a father in the household.
That's right.
Literally. And I know my father wasn't in the household. I know my father, but I wasn't raised in a two-parent household. And a lot of brothers could attest to that. And that's another curse that the Most High has put on us. You get what I'm saying? You follow me, brother? Do you know how we got here in America? How did we get here, brother? Slave ships. Let's get 68. Give me up. Give me Deuteronomy 5 and 6.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So Egypt is synonymous for bondage, like we was doing it. That's right. He came from the Israelites. And he said, you was in bondage. So when you read the scriptures, the Most High explains himself all through the scriptures to make it plain for us to understand. Read this word, brother.
Deuteronomy 5 and 6. I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage.
From what?
From the house of bondage.
Literally, the Egypt means bondage. So another word for bondage is slavery, right? So you're in chains, you're in shackles, and you don't have the right to do what you want to do. So when you go back to Deuteronomy 28 and 68, and like you said, brother, we came over on slave ships. Watch what the Most High say. And it's a prophecy that predates 2,000 years.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With what?
With ships.
Like the brother said, with what?
With ships.
Hey, like slave ships. We came over here in America in 1619 on slave ships. Or the so-called Hispanics, and they came here in 1500s on slave ships. That's our history. We can read it, go to any history book and read about that. They make movies about it all day long. It's right in our face. So if we all correlates to us in the Most High speaking to the Israelites, who wants to be reaped? I say if the Most High is talking to the Israelites, but all these things coincides with us, who must the Most High be talking to? Us.
Right.
Exactly.
That's right.
Because I know we've been hearing. Kanye West was talking about it. Kyrie Irving, they was on hassling him about the book that he was reading or the DVD. All that things are true. When Kanye West said, "Hey, we were Israelites," hey, that's true, because it's all through the scriptures. And the Most High left breadcrumbs to show us in history, to show us that, hey, we are the Israelites that the so-called Bible will speak about. You feel what I'm saying, brother? So, hey, how do we get out of this predicament? How do we overturn these curses? That's how you trying to know. Let's get say that again, brother. Or Khan, I'll praise to the Most High.
The cross and died for the whole human race's sin, fulfilling the totality of the book.
Yeah, Khan. But you saying he came to fulfill, but everything that from Genesis all the way to Malachi, it all was talking about Yahushua, what he was coming to do. So what he was coming to do based on the law and all the prophets, that's what he came to fulfill. So we're gonna read Salakia, because you got to go precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little, right, according to Deuteronomy, Isaiah 28, verse 9 on down. That's so if you're not going precept upon precept, your idea is gonna be flawed. Right. So if we don't go based on one precept, like we finna go to another precept to see what he fulfilled. Okay, brother?
Khan, this the book of this the book of Luke. Khan, Salaki, this the book of Luke, chapter 24 and 44. And he said unto them, "These are the words which I spake unto you while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled."
All things must be what?
Must be fulfilled. Which were written in the law of Moses, and in the prophets, and in the Psalms concerning me.
Concerning him. So everything that they was speaking about. So him dying on the cross, that's all a part of it. But him dying for everybody's sins, that's all a part of it. But whose sins? Let's get that.
Acts chapter 5 and verse number 30. It says, "The God of our father."
Start at 29, King.
29, Salakia. "Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God."
He said, hey, Salakia, read that again.
Salakia, read it again. This is the book of Acts chapter 5 and verse 29. "Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God."
We ought to obey what?
We ought to obey God.
We ought to obey what?
We ought to obey God rather than man.
Rather than who?
Rather than men.
We don't care what men say. We don't care what ideology you got going on. We don't care what, hey, my pastor said this or my pastor said that. All these ideologies don't mean a damn thing if they don't come according to the prophets or to the precepts. We don't care.
It says, "The God of our fathers raised up Jesus."
Raised up who?
Raised up Jesus.
He said, our fathers. What?
The God of our fathers.
Our fathers is possessive. Our don't mean yours. Mine's don't mean yours. If it's your father, that's your father. Just because it's my father, that don't mean it's your father. That's our father. It's possessive.
Right.
Continue on.
Continuing none. "The God of our fathers raised up Jesus."
Hey, raised up Yahushua, Jesus in your case.
"Whom ye slew."
Whom ye what?
Whom ye slew and hanged on a tree. All right, Salaki, continuing on. "Him have God exalted with his right hand to be a prince and a savior, for to give repentance to Israel."
To who?
To Israel.
To who?
To Israel.
To Israel. Because the God is who? It's the Israelites' God.
That's
And
right.
no other God. That's based on multiple precepts to the scriptures. It's too many precepts. It's literally too many precepts. So when he say, "Hey, I came and died on the," hey, I came, yeah, 3, yeah, and ultimately, this is what he came to fulfill. But ultimately, when you say, "Hey, our father," hey, he's really our father. He's not your father. I don't know what nationality you are, but hey, if you're not an Israelite, he's not your father. He's the God of the Israelites. Continue, and this is what he came to fulfill, actually.
Teacher. Arkan Salaki. This is the Acts 3:18. It says, says, but those things which God before had showed by the mouth of all his prophets.
And it's the things that he showed. So if you're not taking heed up to the Old Testament, you're not gonna know what's going on. Continue.
Right. It says, but those things which God has showed, that has showed by the mouth of all his prophets.
By the mouth of all his prophets, Isaiah, Habakkuk, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Elisha, Elijah, David.
That Christ should suffer.
Who?
That Christ should suffer.
He shall suffer. That means he was going to be suffering, get hanged on a tree, going to be. All these were prophetic. They knew he was going to do this. Even the Pharisees that he was speaking to, they knew that he was the Mashiach.
That's right.
He was the Christ.
That's right.
It wasn't not knowledge at that time. People knew.
Right. It says that Christ should suffer. He has so fulfilled.
He saw what?
He has so fulfilled.
He has so fulfilled. So that's what he came to fulfill. Not saying he fulfilled. How you fulfill the law? That don't even make sense, man. How you fulfill a law that's been enduring forever, like we just read in Baruch? It endured forever. The law, statutes, commandments endured forever. That don't even make sense. So him fulfilling it was him going on the cross and dying for what? The Israelite sins. You got a precept, King?
This is book of Psalm, chapter 22 and verse 16.
Bring it out.
For dogs have compassed me. The assembly of the wicked have enclosed me. They pierce my hands.
They what?
They pierce my hands.
They what?
They pierce my hands.
This is in Psalms, and this happened, right? In Matthew, correct? In John, Luke, Mark, this happened. They pierced his hands and what?
They pierced my hands and my feet.
And his what?
And my feet.
That happened to the Most High. That's what he came to fulfill, right?
I may tell on my bones, they look and stare upon me. They part my garment.
They what?
They part my garments.
Hey, they really was casting lots for his garments. When you read about it, that literally happened. Continue on.
They part my garments among them and cast lots upon my vesture.
They cast what?
And cast lots upon my vesture. But be not thou far from me, O Lord, O my strength, has thee to help me.
So that's plain. That's what he came to fulfill, and that's in the Old Testament. And we went into the New Testament. We went into all different precepts that shows what he fulfilled. Go ahead.
I love the Word of God, and I
good.
appreciate it. I love how you guys honor the Word of God.
All praise to the Most High. They said, the heathen, will love the, they'll love the words of the Most High, and our people wouldn't. So that's understandable.
What I want to ask is, what do you guys think of the rest of the world who you guys say are not Israelites?
What we think, what's gonna happen to them?
No, what do you think? Because I see that you harbor hate in your heart.
What you mean? We harbor hate? What you talking about? Ain't this hate right here? Isn't this hate?
Teach, y'all.
Look down at the sign.
Jesus Christ.
No, look at down at the sign. That's hate.
Yes.
I'm saying we've been hated all this time. So why we can't hate?
That's right.
Hey, didn't David say, I hate them that hate you? I hate them with a perfect hatred? Is David wicked for saying that? No. Do the Most High God hates?
He hates unrighteousness.
No. Do the Most High God hates?
Yes, he hates unrighteousness.
He hate unrighteousness, and he also hate his enemies too.
It says of him, thou hast loved righteousness and hated iniquity. Therefore thy God, even thy God, has anointed thee above thy fellows with the oil of joy and gladness. God hates unrighteousness.
He also hates nations and people too. We could prove that. We could get the classic Romans. You could get all precepts.
Because look, this is what I see. Now, Jesus said, you say, thou shalt not murder. The law of Moses says that. And he says to them, I tell you that whosoever hates his brother without a cause is guilty of the same. Hate is equal with murder.
Who's your brother? Not everybody in the nation is your brother. You gotta understand that. That's the problem with these people. Hey, we think everybody's your brother. Not everybody's your brother.
May I ask where you came from?
Do it matter? It's here and there.
No, may I back through the genealogy.
I came from
You're
Israel.
Israel.
Wake him
Israel.
up.
I'm an Israelite.
That's right.
Let's go a little further.
I'm an Israelite.
That's right.
Let's go back further. Abraham, then further back.
What about Abraham?
Let's go back to the first
Adam?
destruction of the world. What happened?
What first destruction of the world?
Survived.
Noah?
Who survived?
Noah?
Noah.
What about
So
it?
where did the whole nations come from?
But let's get 32 Deuteronomy 32.
And let's go back further than
Actually-
Noah. Let's go back all the way to Adam. And are they not your brothers?
Let's get this. Let's get dang. Let me get yeah, 32 and 8.
It's the book of Deuteronomy 32 and verse 8. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel.
So he separated all the children of Adam. Let me get Sirach 33 and let me get 10.
This book of Sirach, chapter 33 and verse 10.
Bring it out.
And all men are from the ground.
All men is from where?
And all men are from the ground. And Adam was created of earth.
Okay, so Adam was created of earth, so we know everybody comes from Adam. Like you trying to say, because we all come from Adam. From Adam, we came from Shem, then from Noah, and then from his 3 sons, right?
In much knowledge, the Lord hath divided them.
And he said, much what?
In much knowledge, the Lord hath divided them.
So he divided them, just like Deuteronomy 32 states.
And made their ways diverse.
Made they what?
And made their ways diverse.
So we different. You, yeah, like I said, I don't know what nationality you are. The brother say you Ethiopian. Hey, we different from you. You're not the same. Let's get the classes. Exodus chapter 11 verse 7. But continue on that.
Some of them hath he blessed and exalted.
Some of he had what?
And some of them hath he blessed and exalted. And some of them hath he sanctified and set near himself.
Hey, that's what he did. He blessed some other nations, but he set who aside, which was the Israelites. So he divided us. He made us different, and he also said we not the same. Let's get Exodus 11 and 7.
Exodus 11 and 7. But against any of the children of Israel,
Against who?
but against any of the children of Israel, shall not a dog move his tongue
Shall not a dog move his tongue
against man or beast, that they may know how that the Lord do put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
between the Egyptians and Israel. Hey, it's plain. Hey, that so-called Africans, the Egyptians. Hey, we're not the same. We're not the same. Even in the dictionary.
Are you not like the children of Ethiopia? Says unto me.
And what else he said about the Ethiopian? What did he also say about Ethiopia?
I'm asking you because of what you said. He separated them. But
He did.
in another place, he says to Israel, because they were disobedient, he says to them, are you not
Look,
like
you look.
the children
I'm saying you
of
just
Israel?
made your point though. Even then, you just made your point because what? We was being disobedient. He's not dealing with the other nations. If we disobedient, he's gonna cast us off. That's plain. Yeah, you can get that. Zephaniah, I believe. All right, what you was gonna bring out? Okay. Two and another. But hey, actually, you get that first too. You get that first.
That's how you gotta understand. This is the book of Deuteronomy.
Say we'll go back into this and what they did. And
Actually,
even
What you got?
even say
Hebrew
to
chapter 2.
whoever
I mean,
does
yeah,
evil
2
to you,
and
what did Jesus say? If one strikes you on the
4.
left, give him the other cheek. If one wants to take your garment,
Brother, that's.
don't right? If he asks you to go 1 mile,
Hey, well, hold on. Hold that point. Hold the point. Let's stick to one point at a time.
evil with evil.
No, let's stick to one point at a time. First, you said, "Hey, what about the Ethiopians?" We're gonna explain. We're gonna smack that down. Then we're gonna go to that point. So hold that point so we could deal with decency and order. So let's get this point first.
So you want Deuteronomy 64. Deuteronomy 28:64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
Who?
Among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other.
So we literally scattered. The Israelites are literally scattering on all 4 corners on earth. Get this in Baruch.
This is book of Baruch, chapter 2 and verse 4.
Bring it out.
Moreover, he has delivered them to be in subjection to all the kingdoms
Hey, so he delivered us to be subjected to all kingdoms.
that are round about us,
That was round about us.
to be as a reproach and desolation among all the people round about, where the Lord has scattered them.
Hey, where the Lord has scattered us.
Thus were we cast down and not exalted,
Hey, we was cast down and now exalted.
because we have sinned against the Lord our God, and have not been obedient unto his voice.
Hey, that's what happens when we not listen to the Most High. We get scattered and go into slavery. That's literally the history of Israelites. Continue on.
To the Lord our God appertaineth righteousness, but unto us and to our fathers open shame.
That's it, on the king. So that's plain. And so you said, get this Zephaniah 2 on level 4.
Zephaniah chapter 2, verse number 12. It says, ye Ethiopians. Really, when you start, well, so I'm gonna start at verse number really, yeah, I'm gonna start at verse number 9. Huh?
Yeah, we gonna get it.
You want to know? We gonna get into it, right? So this the book of this Zephaniah. This is the book of Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 9. Therefore, as I live, said the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel.
The God of who?
The God of Israel.
The God of Israel.
Surely Moab shall be as Sodom in the.
Salaki, now, we getting all. This is literally what's happening. The Most High is literally getting on the other nations, the so-called Moab, the Chinese people. He's literally getting on them now. Continue what he say about them.
No, he said, surely Moab shall be as Sodom, and the children of Ammon as Gomorrah.
Hey, they're gonna be wasted away. No here, no more. And we know what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah. Continue.
Even the breeding of nettles in salt pits in a perpetual desolation.
Hey, they literally go there now to Sodom and Gomorrah and literally pick up the salt. Hey, that was there. That salt, kind of sulfur. Hey, they say, hey, this is something we never seen before. They don't even know what this is about. Continue on, King.
It says the residue of my people shall spoil them.
The what?
The residue of my people shall spoil them.
Don't spoil them. That means take your possessions. Hey, take your young women. Hey, build them up into righteousness. Hey, that's what we're gonna do. Hey, spoil. Like all your goods. Don't forget the goods.
In the remnant of my people shall possess them. This shall they have.
So what? So like you said what?
In the remnant of my people shall possess them.
We're gonna possess you, man. We're gonna possess you. We're gonna take you up captives and put them fetters of iron on you. Ain't nothing you could do about it. It's just at the Lord. Ain't nothing you could do about it. You could run away. Hey, we're gonna come get you like Flash. You think you're gonna high on the rock? We gonna slap the foot and the rock gonna pull over. You know.
It says this shall they have for their pride, because they have reproached and magnified themselves against the people of the Lord of hosts.
That's all these nations do. They take advantage of us. Hey, nobody coming to America and be like, hey, why y'all doing? Why y'all white man reproaching these the black people like that? Hey, nobody come over here and try to save us, but they want to come over here. Hey, think we friends and think we cool when we know y'all hate us. Hey, we know y'all hate us, and we know we shouldn't expect nothing less but from a nation that's not us. Hey, y'all hate us and we know it, man. Hey, be who you are. Don't be a sheep in devil clothing. Right. Or a sheep in wolf clothing, I should say.
Continuing on. The Lord will be terrible unto them.
He gonna be what?
The Lord will be terrible unto them. For he will famish all the gods of the earth, and men shall worship him from one place of his from every one of from his place, all the isles of the heathen.
Hey, he said it. So your white Jesus, is gonna get dealt with. Your Zeus is gonna get dealt with. Like the nasty cross, the Virgin Mary, Muhammad, he gonna get dealt with. Copperstone, they gonna get dealt with. Hold on.
Ye Ethiopians.
Ye what?
Ye Ethiopians.
This is what you want to hear, right? Ye Ethiopians, what?
Also,
y'all gonna get it too.
That's right.
Y'all not excluded, man. I don't know why y'all think y'all attack with the Most High, man. That's nonsense, because he said ye Ethiopians also. Y'all not getting away either.
Ye shall be slain by
should be what?
Ye shall be slain
by my sword.
By my what?
By my sword.
By my glittery, slippery sword. Right, kind. So, it's plain. Ye Ethiopians also. So everything the Moab gonna do, Hey, everything all these other nations gonna get, the Ethiopians gonna get it too, man.
That's
They're
right.
not excluded, man.
That's right.
What's your question? You deal with that. But where's your other question?
So there is another verse concerning Ethiopia that says Ethiopia should lift her hands to God.
What precept is that? Bring that precept up.
And concerning Ethiopia, we have been devoured by the sword of the Lord.
Bring better.
over right now. I ain't gonna lie.
It's all good. Just listen up, man.
Concerned with
You know,
their
Ethiopia also mean like blackface too.
with their joy of the destruction of others.
So what? Wait, say that again.
I am concerned with their joy of the destruction.
Hey, the Most High is enjoying this. What are you talking about? The Lord said we ain't speaking nothing else except the Lord.
Say, I have no pleasure in him that dies, and you say you have joy in him that dies.
Didn't David say, "I'ma dash these kids like a stone"? Didn't David go into
in him that dies.
what?
The Lord takes
Hey, the
no
Most High,
pleasure
do everything.
in him
The Most
that
High
dies.
does everything. He kills, he make alive, he does all this. What are you talking about? You don't know that the Most High does everything? Let's go to Sirach 18:1. The Most High does everything. What are you talking about? He kills every day. He kills every day. What are you talking about? All the floods, the earthquake that just happened in Turkey. Hey, he just did that. What are you talking about?
I'm saying
And that's of his people, because he don't want his people to perish.
judgment and what he thinks of
How you
his
get
judgment.
judged? How you get judged?
So this is what I'm saying. Yes, God is just and he shall judge.
But how he get judged
But
though?
does he take pleasure in them that die and them that get judged? No. It says of him, he loves mercy. Alright? And he, instead of judgment,
So you saying he don't like when people die or whatever, but he's judging them. But how he's judging them according to what though? What is he judging them based off of?
his law.
Right, his law. So he's basing everything off the law. So if he wasn't given the law, you're not getting judged. That's plain and simple. Do you understand that? If that's the only way the Most High is judging you, it's based off the law. So if you're not under the law, and we know who he gave the law to based on plain and precepts, maybe go to Romans chapter 9. We know who he gave the law to. So if you're not under the law, you can't be getting judged by the Most High. But ultimately, everybody get judged by the Most High. Bring this out, King.
Rejoices over judgment.
So I want.
God is the heart of God. Mercy rejoices over judgment.
Yeah, kind of this way. This the book of this. So this what you was quoting right here, right? This is the book of Ezekiel. Well, there's one in Ezekiel 32, but it says Ezekiel 33 in verse 8. When I say unto the wicked, O wicked man, thou shalt surely die if thou do not speak to warn the wicked from his ways, and the wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thy hands. Nevertheless, if thou warn the wicked of his way to
Warn the wicked of his ways.
to turn from it, if he do not turn from his way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. So
So that's plain. Hey, so if you don't,
It says,
want to get 11? All right, read that.
it says, this is Ezekiel 33 and 11. Say unto them, as I live, saith the Lord, I have no pleasure in the death of the wicked, but that the wicked turn from his way. And
So he want them to turn from their ways. He giving you chance after chance to turn from your wicked ways. But who is he talking to? He's talking to the Israelites.
That's right. Continuing on, it says, but that the wicked turn from his way and live. Turn ye from your evil ways, for why will ye die, O house of Israel?
Why, oh house of who?
O house of Israel.
Oh house of Israel. So that's who he's talking to. He's not talking about the whole world. Even then, he has a place of judgment for everybody. Get Proverbs 16 and 4, King.
This book of Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 4. The Lord has made all things for himself.
He made all things for himself. So even the creations of death, he created for himself. The hurricanes, the tornadoes, the tsunamis, all that's for the Most High. Continue on.
Yea, even the wicked for the day of evil.
It's even for the wicked for the day of the evil. So everybody is set in their own way. If you wicked, you wicked. So be it. You got to stand in your lot and be wicked.
That's right.
Because without good, it's a false balance is abomination according to the Most High. So you got to have the both scales to tip to even the scales out.
So here's a verse that I want you, because I'm about to leave, but here's a verse.
Where is he about to leave?
Concerning this. It says, what does the Lord require from you, O man, but to love mercy and to live humbly before thy God?
What precept is that, man? Are you NIV?
This is in the Old Testament. What does the Lord require of thee, O man?
Yeah, that's what. It sounds like NIV to me. It sounds like get Deuteronomy 10 and 12. That's what he really said.
Deuteronomy 10 and 12. And now Israel, what doeth the Lord thy God require of thee, but to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with
this was Micah
with all your heart and with all your soul. What's the one you said?
Sorry, you can go ahead.
No, that was the end of it.
Go ahead.
I didn't hear you.
Oh, okay.
It's Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12.
Deuteronomy 10 and 12. And now Israel, what do the Lord thy God require of thee, but to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul, to keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good.
Good.
So in Micah chapter 6, verse 8.
Micah chapter 6, verse 8.
Micah chapter 6 and verse, it still saying against his people. The title, when you read even in the chapter, it's talking about his people. But look, I'll keep going. This is the book of Micah chapter 6 and verse 8. I'm gonna start up. Let me start up at verse number verse 5, because you gotta get the context, right? Right? So this is the book of Micah chapter 6 and verse number 5. Oh my people, remember now what Balak king of Moab consulted, and what Balaam the son of Beor answered him from Shittim unto Gilgal, that ye, and I don't know if you know this account, but that's in Numbers. And who was those people he was talking about? Those are the Israelites over there at that time. But like, keep going. So when you talk about it, you gotta be talking about context. But keep going. I mean, really, I was gonna really start at 1, but I just didn't want to read it off because it's pointless if you could cut them up right there. But keep going. It says, wherewith shall I come before the Lord and bow myself before the high God? Shall I come before him with burnt offerings, with calves of a year old? Will the Lord be pleased with thousands of rams, or with 10,000s of rivers of oil? Shall I give my firstborn for my transgression, the fruit of my body for the sin of my soul? This is the point you want right here, right? He have showed thee, O man, what is good, and what do the Lord require of thee, but to do justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with God. That's what you wanted, right?
What are you talking about? You walked away like you did something.
I mean, you literally cut yourself.
You act like you did something, but you didn't. You walking away all bloody. Yeah, love and mercy to his people. That's all part of the law.
That's right.
What are you talking about? He said he'll show mercy on whom he will show mercy to.
Right.
You don't know nothing.
That's right.
With that false doctrine, you know. Caesar Borgia is all in your pocket. And Caesar Borgia hates you. What are you talking about?
See that?
How you doing, brother? What's your name, brother? Somali? Oh, kind of nice to meet you, brother. It's all right. Hey, you believe in the Bible?
I mean, I do, but I'm kind of like...
Hey, you on the fence with it? Okay, kind.
Yeah, I believe in it, but I just...
You don't understand it? That's a lot of people. I know I didn't really understand it, really until I came into, this knowledge of the Spirit, you know. So do you know anything about the Bible? Let me ask you, what was Moses' purpose? You know about Moses?
I mean, I do, but I don't.
Okay.
I haven't been to church in like 5 years, so yeah.
Okay. So what is your nationality?
West African.
West African? Do you know what part, what tribe? Like,
I've been here for like 10 years.
You said Liberia?
Yeah, Liberia.
Okay. Let's do this. So when you go into the scriptures, do you find a West African or a so-called African American, or do any of these nationalities in the Bible when you read it? Or when you did read it, did you see any of that type of terminology? Because ultimately, the Most High have 18 different nations on the earth. That's right. We got to know what nation do we come from, because nationality is important according to the scripture. Because everybody has its lot. Every nation has a blessing and curse.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So we're gonna read some of these curses and see if this kind of fits your people. Let me get Jeremiah 17:4. Let me get Isaiah 1:3.
Jeremiah 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thy inheritance that I gave thee.
So, brother, do you know anything about your heritage? Can you go far back and be like, okay, yeah, my great grandfather was a farmer? Can you say that? Okay, fine. Let's see.
Kind of continuing on. And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in a land which thou knowest not.
Like, do your people serve their enemies? Did they ever get conquered? Your people? Are you a child?
Liberia was created by Americans and free slaves back home. So my ancestors were free slaves. So
All right, this drop that to get Deuteronomy 28 and 15, King. Let's see if you switch.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 15.
Bring it out.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So the Most High said, hey, if you don't listen to my commandments, all these curses is going to come upon you, right? And let's see if these curses, and it kind of fits you, see if these curses fit you through the Spirit. And you will see, if we're dealing with it, are you the Most High chosen people? Okay? Let's get the next precept.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Literally cursed in the city. Can you say your people was cursed in the city? Right? And what about cursed in the field? Like slave field, they have type of slavery going on? Right? Okay. Let's get Deuteronomy 28:32.
This book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Hey, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given to another people. Did that happen, to your people? They got snatched up in slavery. Hey, probably sold from here, sold to this, sold to a white man or American. You want to say?
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thy hand.
No might ain't gonna be in your hand. So you ain't gonna have the ability to get them out of that situation. You saying your people went through that, right? All right, come. Let's get Deuteronomy 28:68.
Deuteronomy 28:68. It says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Okay, Egypt is synonymous for slavery. Did your people ever go into slavery? Okay, let's see.
Deuteronomy chapter 5 and verse number 6. And it reads thus, I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage.
The house of bondage, so that's what Egypt means, literally mean bondage. Or you could say slavery. It's another word for it, a synonym for it, right? So when you go back to Deuteronomy 28 and 68, it's going to tell you, hey, it's going to come back in the land of Egypt, meaning bondage or slavery.
So like it, starting again. It says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
What?
With ships.
What?
With ships.
There you go.
By the
Can you read it for the brother again?
Oh, Salaki. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So Egypt meaning what, brother? Bondage, right? Slavery, Con.
With ships.
Ships. So if our people, our people came over in ships. A lot of our people came on, literally from West Coast of Africa over here on ships. That's where that was their major port was at, as West Africa. A lot of people could attest to that. You got the Igbo tribe, like Liberia tribe. Hey, there's plenty of tribes out there that they will say they're Israelites. They still have the same customs of the Israelites. Because ultimately, when you look at the name African, that African is named after a so-called white man. You know that? Leo Skipper's Africanus. You can see him right here. Right here. Leo Skipper's Africanus. He won the war versus Hannibal. And they conquered Africa and named it after him.
That's crazy.
So that's... You could give
You
him.
familiar with the country flag? It's not like that. Just like the
American flag. Dang, that's literally. Hey, man. See? Hey, that's how it is. Let me get Joel chapter 3 and verse 3.
My country flag is exactly like that.
One star? Oh, see, but that was it.
Was he gonna be okay? Monrovia.
Hey, Hey, Con, see, and that's crazy because our flag, well, I ain't gonna say our flag. American flag is the exact same way. Got the blue stripes, right stripe, and broad stars. I believe still 50 stars. You know, and it's the same thing. Y'all got one, we got I think 50 or 20. I don't know. Who knows? Hey, listen to this precept, okay?
Con, Joel 3:3. Con, Joel 3:3. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine.
Literally casting us off and selling us in two different places. Selling a male for casting lots for a male, and then selling a little girl for wine.
That they may drink. Yeah, Salaki. And what have they to do, Salaki? And what have you to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine? Will you render me a recompense? And if you will recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return it, your recompense upon your own head? Because you have taken my silver and my gold.
They literally was taking all the resources from West Africa. The gold, the animals. Hey, America didn't have no zebras. Americans didn't have no damn lions. They didn't have a gorilla. They had none of that. They literally was over there stealing all the merchandise and the minerals from over there and was bringing it back over here. Continue, okay?
Continuing none. It says, because you have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. The children of Judah and the children of Jerusalem.
And the children of Judah and Jerusalem, which are the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom, which are the Israelites.
Have ye sold unto the Grecians?
Have you what?
Have ye sold unto the Grecians?
Have ye sold unto the Grecians, which is the so-called European, the white man. If your heritage literally attests to that, brother, hey, you'll be Israelite, brother.
That's right.
You'll be a God's chosen people. If your people went into slavery, hey, the white man is breaking your back end. Hey, the white man is taking this. He went to your land, stealing all your minerals, all your spoils. Hey, that's what they know for. America is literally known for being a robber. Hey, literally known for being a spoiler. That's what they know for. The white man. Right, sister? Hey, the white man known to go to different countries and steal people resources. Right? Ain't they known for that? Right? Hey, that's the white man history. Hey, the white man history literally, hey, it always predates to war, taking people's stuff. That's why they got a Navy base and Army base in every country. They literally in every country. Why you got an Army and Navy base in every country?
See that?
That don't even make sense. Hey, they go over there and say, hey, we trying to build you, civilize you, give you democracy. When they the only one that needs civilizing. They go to West Africa, they go to any part of the world and conquer. Hey, go to so I ain't gonna get there. So brother, you would say your people fit there, right? Right. What about you, sister? Read that for the sister and see if her people fit that. Yeah, Joel 3 and the last precept.
Okay, Joel chapter.
That's Amos, King.
This is the book of Joel 3 in verse number 3. Bring it out. Verse number 6. It says, the children of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their borders.
Hey, so the Most High said, hey, these people will be sold to the Grecians. And another word for Grecians is the so-called white people, Europeans, the Greeks.
That's right.
Right?
But then they
Who
also
is known for being sold to white people? You know, sister? Who is known for it? You got auction blocks, you got the Black Friday, you got the plantation. Hey, they make thousands of movies about them. Who's known for it? Kuta Kinte. You know about that history? No, I'm just trying to see, gauge and see where you at, sister. Because I want to know if this fits you or not. So we teaching the Bible up here, and we teaching about nationality and heritage.
That's right.
Because a lot of people don't know our heritage or where we come from. All we know is, hey, we know we come from West Africa, or we come somewhere, or they'll say, I'm African. But what part of Africa are you from? Or what type of people were we before slavery? Because that all we know is, we were slaves. They don't tell us nothing else. Or we try to we kings and we queens and stuff like that. We try to enlighten ourselves with that. But are we truly kings and queens? Do we really know our heritage? You understand what I'm saying, sister? Right. So that's what I'm trying, see. Right, no, that's what I'm saying. We're trying to bring people back to their heritage. That's ultimately what it is.
That's right.
Because if you be a so-called blacks, Hispanics, and are Native American, the Most High chosen you. Do you know that? You know about the Israelites? You heard about us? Right. Sister, do you believe you're an Israelite? You're not sure? Let's see if you fit what the Israelites went through, sister. Let's get Deuteronomy 28. Give one precept. One precept, sister. One verse, sister. One verse. Hey, get our people back, man. Our people stiff-necked, man. They don't like listening to the words, man. They hear God, they hear the Bible. They like to walk off. But God, let's deal with the humble brother right here, man. Hey, so you saying your spirit bear witness with everything we wrong out, right? Correct? So, with that being said, King, we gotta understand what we need to do to get out of this situation, out of this bondage that we in under this society. Do you have a clue, or how can we get out of this situation? All right, come on, let's get Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 10 and 12 for the brother.
Deuteronomy 10 and verse 12.
Actually, give Baruch chapter 2 and verse 30, 31.
It's the book of Baruch, chapter 2 and verse number 18 or 31. So like, right, and it says thus. It says, verse number 30. Verse 30. It says, "For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a."
Hey, Salaki, he said he knew they would not hear him, just like that sister. Hey, he knew that we ain't gonna hear him. Continue on, keep.
That they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people.
Because we're a stiff-necked people. We hard-headed. We known to be hard-headed. Hey, you gotta literally pluck our head out just to see what's real. We don't believe a damn thing. You gotta really show us. You gotta really prove it to us. Hey, a lot of people ain't like that. A lot of people could just read it and like, I believe it. Hey, you gotta really prove it and stamp it. We gotta continue to read it. We need hella different sources to show us that it's true. Continue on, King.
Continuing none, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities,
in the land of our captivities, a so-called Africa, a so-called America. Hey, in the land of our captivities, what?
They shall remember themselves.
You shall what?
They shall remember themselves.
We're gonna remember ourselves, King.
That's right.
We're gonna come back to the state that we was in and remember everything that the Most High have for us.
That's right.
Learning that we are kings, we are prince, we are priests, and our sisters are a princess according to the Most High, and not just a hoes and bees, our sluts, our thoughts. You know. Continue on, King.
Continuing on. And they shall know that I am the Lord their God, and I will give them in heart and ears to hear. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name.
And think upon my name. That's what we gotta do. Think upon what the Most High, what He stand for, and we know what He stand for. He's standing about, showing your people love, showing your people mercy, building your family up, building your brother up. Ultimately, the law, statute, commandments is summing up. That's right. That's what He's all about.
In return from their in return from their stiff neck,
turn from our stiff neck,
and from their wicked deeds. For they shall remember the way of their fathers, which have sinned before the Lord.
That's what we gotta do. Remember the way of our fathers. What were we doing before 1619? What were we doing before we all fled into Africa and filled Africa up? Because if you know about the Israelites, they literally fled to Africa in 70 AD, and that's how a lot of our people, over 1 million Israelites fled into Africa, and we was living in Africa for a long period of time until the so-called white man came and did what they did. And we know the history, that's the spirit, So what we need to do is, he said, come back to him, come back to what? The law, statutes, commandments.
Right.
So, brother, you know any commandments according to the scriptures?
Yeah, 10.
You know the 10 what?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know you know one. Just know. I ain't gonna say. Give me one. That's 3 right there. Hey, brother was on 8. He said that on rapid fire, man. Hey, we're gonna show you a precept. We're gonna show you a commandment in the 10 that people don't really follow, especially our people. Let me get Exodus 20:8. People always say, I know the 10. A lot of our people say, I know the 10, but they all miss this one commandment in the 10, our precept.
Exodus 28, 20 and 8, it says, remember the Sabbath day.
Remember the what?
Remember the Sabbath day.
You know what the Sabbath day is, King? Say it again, King. Nah, Sabbath day. It's actually a day. A Sabbath day is the day of rest according to the Most High. He said that on the Sabbath day. Continue on.
It says, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
Do you know the 7th day of the week? Sunday. Are you sure, King?
Maybe Saturday.
Okay. Hey, look on your calendar. They kind of show you. It literally go, like the brother always say, it literally go S to S. So Sunday will be the first day, like the brother gonna show you. You see that? S is the first day, and Saturday is the last day. Ultimately, like you kind of hit it on the nail. It's really Friday at sundown to Saturday at sundown will be a whole full day. So you kind of hit it on the head with that, King. So it's Friday to sundown to Saturday to sundown. So that's a precept that our people don't never really abide to. They go to church on Sunday because that's what we've been taught. That's what Christianity teach. Sunday worship. When in all reality, they don't know the history why it was changed to Sunday. I go to and this another precept. King, you know about you eat pork? You eat everything. Let's go. Get the last verse on 11.
Leviticus 11:47. To make a difference between the unclean and the clean, and between the beast that may be eaten and the beast that may not be eaten.
So the Most High, tell us, I made a difference between the animals that's clean to eat, and what animals are not clean to eat. And he said, what you should and should not eat. So you say I eat all things, brother. You're gonna see if you eat all, if you should eat all things according to the Most High. So you say you eat pork, right? Let's see what the Most High say about pork. This is a commandment that a lot of our people don't abide to.
Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 7.
Bring it out.
In the swine.
In the what?
In the swine.
Swine is pork, right, King? Right?
Though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud.
Meaning he had two of the three attributes to be a clean animal, but he don't chew with the cud. Meaning he don't properly digest his food properly. Like a cow, he kind of spit it up, regurgitate it back, spit it up. I think a cow got 4 stomachs, if I'm not mistaken. So that's what he's saying. He don't chew with the cud. He don't properly digest his food properly. Okay.
It says, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean to you.
So he's unclean to you. So the pig is unclean to you. That bacon, that pork ribs, chitlins, if you eat it, the pork sausage, anything pork is unclean to you. And ultimately, when you go into the science of it, man, pork is detrimental to your health.
That's right.
They leading causes of cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, all those type of things, gout. Wonder why our family have hereditary diseases like that. It's really not hereditary. It's really because you eating the same thing as your forefathers was eating. Okay, see that? That's what happens to your heart. That's what happened, brother. So if you keep eating pork, that's what's gonna happen to you. You eat crab, shrimp, and lobster? Let's get this before you leave, man.
It's the book of Leviticus 11 and 9. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, whatsoever have fins and scales.
Whatsoever have fins and scales on the waters, the Most High is telling you what you should eat. So we know crab, shrimp, and lobster don't have scales. Don't have fins or scales. It's a shell. It's a crustacean. And claws, tails, tentacles. They got all types of stuff. They don't have fins or scales. You see what I'm saying? That would mean they will be unclean to you, because ultimately when you go to the science of them, they bottom feeders, just like the pig.
That's right.
They filter this the water out. And like the brother always say, why you think the water's so dirty? Because all the crab, shrimp, and lobsters out of all the oysters. They got all the that's what they do. They there to get all the poop, all the stuff that's in the water. So if you eating that, like they say, you are what you eat.
That's right.
So you eat crab, strip, and lobster, you eat pork. A pig will eat a dead body, man.
That's right.
And won't bat an eye, man.
Facts.
And so if you eat the pork, you got that dead body on in you. Now you got them parasites. They don't sweat at all. That means they keeping all the toxins in them. Like, that's what the having pores about. Literally releasing no toxins. And so, ultimately, brother, that's how we get out of this captivity in this low society. This low bottom society is coming back to the Most High wholeheartedly. That's what it's all about. Because once we keep the commandments, the Most High is going to set us back in our rightful estate. He's going to set us above all the nations of the earth, just like I said in Deuteronomy 28. You get what I'm saying, brother? So, Lord willing, you get your Bible, brother, and you get up in that thing, man. Don't look at the Bible like a like a religious book. It's a history book. It's about the history of the Israelites.
That's right.
So you'll know anything you want to know about the Israelites, is in here.
That's right.
We got our Constitution. We got our heritage. Our genealogy. All about our kings. Yeah, we were kings. You can read about that in first. Yeah, it's a book. First Kings, Second Kings, First Chronicles, Second Chronicles. You got kings. All kings all up through there. So ultimately, through the Most High, the power of the Most High, you'll come back to the Most High, and start gathering with our people. Because ultimately that's what we gotta do too. Is gather with your people. Because we not desire out here. Nobody's gonna love you more than your own people. Repentant Israelites, that's what it's all about. You trying to be repentant Israelites,
right?
And come back to the Most High wholeheartedly, and show brotherly love. And I don't know if you was kind of hearing what he's saying. Everything he was saying, that's why we supposed to be towards our people and showing mercy. I ain't gonna say if he was my brother right here, he was a thief in the world, but he coming to truth. I'm not gonna look at him as a thief. He's a new man. He's a new creature.
That's right.
So, same thing we're gonna do, for every brother that comes to the truth. You're a new man. You're a new person. You're not that same old person. Yeah, that everybody battled what they battle, but ultimately, if you're striving for perfection, according to the Most High will, that's how everybody gonna look at you. We don't care about past sins, man. We here to uplift our brother and take care of our brother. Show mercy and compassion. Everything that brother was trying to say, we do that to our own people. Because these other nations don't never do that for us. And that's what that dude failed to realize. Khan King, you got a piece of it? Khan King. If you want to stay and hear some more, I know you say you got to go. Khan King, all praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High, King. Brothers, what's your nationality, King? Liberia, you sure?
I've been here for like 15 years, so.
Do you feel all these curses that we read to you? No, do these apply to you?
Probably, bro. I mean, working. My hand don't be in that about.
No, I'm saying everything that we kind of read to you through the Spirit, do these things apply to you? So if you're saying, myself, this is the most important thing. You can't walk away and say, I'm a Liberian or I'm from West Africa, because those terms don't mean a damn thing according to the Most High. This is who you are according to the scriptures, King.
This is the book of Deuteronomy 29:1. These are the words of the covenant which Moses commanded to make with the children of Israel.
The children of who?
With the children of Israel.
Children of Israel, King. You will be a child of Israel. Just like us up here, we're Israelites. We're the Hebrew Israelites from your respective tribes.
Right.
So that's who you are, brother. You're not a West African from Liberia. Those are main man terms. Those terminologies never existed.
Right.
Until, white man came and want to mix everything up. So ultimately, King, you'll be who? You'll be what? According to the Most High? You'll be Israelite.
Right.
You gotta say you gotta be proud, man. You gotta be proud about that, man. Do you know about the Israelites? This what get Deuteronomy 7:6, brother. This is what the Most High said about the Israelites.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse number 6. And it reads thus.
This book of Deuteronomy chapter 7.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people.
And so he said we holy and he chosen us. So we separate from all the other nations and we are chosen.
Right. To be a special people unto himself.
And we special according to the Most High.
above all people.
Above what?
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
On the face of the earth. We're the best people ever. We are set apart from all these different nations, man. This white man can't hold a tadpole to any of us. Hey, our women are more beautiful. Our men are more powerful. Hey, our children are more smarter.
Facts.
Hey, it explains itself, man. Hey, biology. Hey, everything we invented in the world, stop like toilet, phone, you name it, we did it. So, hey, that's how the Most High feel about us. We His special people. Hey, nobody's like us, King. So, hey, and ultimately, hey, the kingdom of heaven is ours. Not everybody get the kingdom too. I know, you probably heard, everybody get the kingdom as long as they follow the most, they believe in the Most High. No, that's not true. The Most High say He coming back for the Israelites.
Right.
So-called Jesus Christ, and we know, hey, in Paleo Hebrew is Yahushua. Hey, He only coming from He coming back for His people. Hey, sister, got 5 minutes to hear the words of the Lord, sister? 5 minutes? You Muslim? Give a damn about the Quran, man. Death to the Quran, man. Give a damn about the Quran, man. Quran is, hey, man, toilet tissue, man.
Right.
But hey, Lord willing, hey, have a safe day. Go see, okay? Call me a Charlotte. Okay. King. We don't. Hey, cut it. Let's get 1 Corinthians 3 for the brother. Hey, get Sirach chapter 38, I believe, King. And get Wisdom Psalm 7, I believe, 21.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 16. Know ye not that you are the temple of God?
Know ye not you are the temple of God. Hey, so hey, if you're the temple of the Most High, hey, you don't want to destroy that. Hey, cause hey, we didn't do nothing for these vessels, brother. We just our parents laid down, and now we here 9 months later. We ain't do nothing for it, but continue on, King.
And that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you.
And the Spirit of God dwelleth in you.
If any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy.
Him that God destroyed. So you defiling your temple, which is your body. Because ultimately, smoking weed, you smoking that weed, brother, and then you coughing, you know that's bad. People like, oh, I'm getting high. Nah, brother, your body's actually rejecting the smoke. Because all that smoke in your lungs, you don't supposed to have. That's why people be dying, be having heart problems, brother. Hey, they shorter breath now. All that you can. Hey, brothers, I can't eat until I smoke. That's crazy. Hey, bro, I know because I was there. I was there. I used to smoke. You know what I mean? So I know. Hey, brother, you cannot eat until I smoke. And that's mad. That's how you know that's bad for you. But ultimately, you defiling your body. You actually tearing down all your organs, your lungs. Smoke don't supposed to be in your lungs. It's like like a tag building. Nobody want to live in a tag building. They want that thing spotless and clean. They gonna call HOA quick.
Right.
You got the Wisdom Psalm.
Wisdom Psalm 16 and 12. For it was neither herb nor mollifying plaster.
Neither what?
No, for it was neither herb nor mollifying plaster that restored them to health, but thy word.
But thy what?
But thy word.
But thy word, King. So if you're going through something, that's a lot of our people. We cope with these different mechanisms. Hey, with drinking, with excessing of drinking. So like you're excessing of drinking and smoking. Our drugs are different drugs that we kind of cope with the dealings of this world. Because we know, hey, the pressures of this world get deep. But ultimately, we got the comfort of the scriptures to comfort us and bring us back into comforts. You know what I'm saying? And not really worry about, hey, what the world got going on. You got that in Sirach for me, 39 or 38?